Pike, who started in the mid-60s, who came into Soho, also a very run-down area. He was running around the streets and collecting junk on Canal Street and making his sculpture. And this is the way people are always doing it at the very early stages. They use whatever they have around them and they communicate with whoever is available. And the internet makes everything available, so every part of the world becomes New York City, because everything's available in a flash, instantly.
nyartsmagazine.com.
Correct.
And what do people find on that website?
Well, we upload material every day. We upload at least 20 new websites, 20 new artists, and feature them from all over the world. We do about half a dozen our own art stories from throughout the world, various happenings and events. We list the openings and events for tomorrow night throughout major capitals and, of course, New York City. We do our top art news stories, which we feature there. So it's like the ABC Now on the internet of the arts, you know, and we do it literally every day. I mean, if I had the time and the energy, we would do a magazine and a print magazine every week, or every day, like the New York Times or something, you know. But literally, there's so much material out there, and the internet is the perfect vehicle and tool to provide an encyclopedia of information, and we highlight what's important that day.
So whenever you talk about the internet and how it's changing something in society, there's two dimensions. One is, how is it changing the practicality of it? You've talked about that: more art, greater ability to communicate, greater ability to share. There's always also the economics, though. How is the internet changing the economics of the art world from the point of view of artists? Are more people making money as artists now, the same number? How is the pie being divided of people being able to make their living off of producing contemporary art?
Again, I think more people are benefiting from it economically, because so many more artists who are experimenting or doing pieces can get their work to be seen on the internet. They can market it almost independently. It's like their own little flea market, or their own little supermarket, or their own little shop around the corner. I mean, they can get out there and show their work, and people throughout the world, they like it, they buy it. They like it, they buy it.
No doubt in your mind there's more commerce going on now of art, because people are being able to match up product with a demand of an audience.
Absolutely. Anyone who's just sticking into one little shop or one little gallery is losing out on a big phenomenon. Yeah.
Now, what about this notion of patrons of the arts that we've had in the past, where artists are supported by individuals who want to help their work flourish? Do we still have that in the internet age?
No, we don't. No. What's happened is that many artists have become very independent. They show their work. There's not enough. The patrons cannot do the job that the internet is doing. I mean, basically, the internet is the biggest patron in the world. You know, it promotes, it shows, it makes accessible the information, and the person who wants to buy it just buys it. It cuts out the patron or the middleman, so to speak. You know?
You don't need it. So artists can be their own entrepreneurs and sell their own work.
Absolutely. If the work attracts someone, appeals to someone will buy it. That's the basic market situation.
Now, do you got any great stories to tell us about young artists who, because of the internet, found fame, found fortune through their art because they were spotted? They were found on the equivalent of Hollywood and Vine, but on an internet site? If you don't make one up.
Yeah, I can make one up. Actually, a young man came to me here in New York and said, you know, I have these drawings, and what I can do. I said, well, you know what, here, let me put your stuff on the internet. Let me give you my space. You can hang out here for about a week or two
and
invite friends. And I have a real space here in New York as well. So both, and I promoted them. And he's been touted in the last 3 or 4 years and 5 years, and both on the internet in major galleries, because he was totally unknown, and he does brilliant work, very playful, very childlike, very innocent, very surreal, and very humorous, and it's amazing. It's just, I mean, the internet and the opportunity that it gives me to show other people and to introduce work, and the ability for the artist to be very spontaneous and immediate. You can't beat it. There's no way. I mean,
so is that guy making a buck now?
He is doing well. Doing well.
Okay. What galleries for contemporary work would you recommend to people here in New York? Name one or two if someone was coming here, besides your own. Where should people go that you think are undervalued, that would be a great experience for someone who came to New York?
Well, you know, I think the best way is there's so much material going on out there. Should just go to Chelsea or to go to Brooklyn, to Williamsburg area. There are at least 50 or 60 galleries in Brooklyn, all congregate.
Just wander around
and just be, it's just about exploring, experimenting, exploring. That's the beauty of the whole thing.
Okay. Abraham Lubelski, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to talk to you about art.
Thank you,
We
Mark.
appreciate it. Again, the website is
NewYorkArtsMagazine.com.
New York NY Arts Magazine.
NYArtsMagazine.com.
Thank you for joining us,
Thank
and
you.
thank you for watching. We'll see you next time right here on ABC News Now and The Mix.